Hey everybody, hi. It's been a week. I almost thought I wouldn't make it. It's June 18, 2020, and it's 6:37 p.m. I'm going through stuff here with these live streams. They started out one way, and then when I began shifting towards my Francis Brabazon work, it went another way. And now I'm going back, digging up all these songs beginning in 1981. Anyway, we'll see. I'm winging it. And right now I share these also on a Mayor Baba's site and on our Interfaith Seminary site. Hopefully there's enough overt spiritual content in some of the future things that I'll be doing that I can continue to share that way. I think if we interpret that broadly, it's going to be so. But anyway, I've got 3 songs that I recently discovered from that 1981 copyright tape. And this is You Are Always With Me. You are always with me, though I glimpse you from afar. And when I feel I'm all alone, I find I'm where you are. You are always with me, even when I fear that you have left me all alone. With one kiss you are near. You are always with me. You are always here. You are always with me. You are always here. Always with me, although I am so poor. And like a timeless emperor, you greet me at your door. You are always with me, though there's nothing I can give. And when I feel I must surely die, you're here and so I live. You are always with me. You are always here. You are always with me. You are always here. You are always with me, though I wander far away. And when I feel I'm in darkest night, you smile and then it's day. You are always with me, and you never will depart. You've made your home your personal home in the palace of my heart. You are always with me. You are always here. You are always with me. You are always here. And I will spend my life at home, living with you in the palace of my heart. And I will always be here with you, living with you in the palace of my heart. Living with you in the palace of my heart. Living with you in the palace of my heart. Isn't it wonderful to discover stuff that you had totally forgotten? This is like 30 years ago. And put away, hardly ever sung for anyone in that all that time. Now, I'll get the second song ready, but next, okay, I've been debating whether to continue these readings from Francis Brabazon's book, Stay with God, because every day it gives more continuity, but even every week, at least today, I was going to skip it and something inside said don't. So this will be the 70th to 75th stanzas of Book 1 of Francis Brabazon's epic poem of love, Stay with God. And I'm going to do something a little different because he's getting into the weeds a little bit with some stuff that probably needs some explanation. And I learned something very interesting in the last week or so, that, you know, Mayor Baba had asked Francis to write this book on this theme. And it took a few years, and when he turned it in, Baba was so pleased with it. He said this would move the whole world. And he had very few, if any, corrections, except for one. He told Francis to go back and write footnotes, prepare footnotes, because he does refer to so many different things. His breadth of knowledge of spiritual lore and history in every tradition is so great. And so he throws in quotes that to him are just off the top of his head, but most of us might not know unless you're in that tradition. Ooh. Was that me? I turned the sound off. Sorry. So anyway, in this section I'm going to read, it's interesting that the song I just sang talked about I am so poor, and you were like an emperor inviting me to your door. There are two quotes in here from the Prophet Muhammad. Let me be one day full fed and the next hungry. And it was out of Islamic lore that was said by Muhammad to God when God offered him all the riches that a man could desire. Let me be one day full fed and the next hungry. In other words, I'm relying entirely on you. I'm not seeking the world's riches. I have you. And the other is on a similar theme, again from the Prophet Muhammad, from Islamic lore. I am as one who hobbles his horse and goes to sleep for one night under a tree, and in the morning rides on again. And so interestingly, he discusses this theme of spiritual poverty, which is emptying your heart and mind of all but the truth and all but love. It's not so much about external wealth, unless you're someone who craves validation of your being through external accomplishments and gains. So, enough of me. Let's see. Best place to hold this. Okay, so in the last section, Mayor Baba had established his center at Mehrabad, India, a jewel in the luster of service, and after school for boys, regardless of caste, and medical dispensaries, and so much, which he later described as a scaffolding for his work, because he then stopped and went on travels for his work. So beginning this year, this time in your travels, you included Africa, Europe, America, and China. In US, they organized a show at the Bowl for your silence breaking, the Hollywood Bowl. You contacted your agents. For the Americas, a red Indian in New Mexico. For Europe, a man in Rome. You spent a night in one of your beloved Assisians' caves, where you held a meeting of masters and planned the world course for the next 2,000 years. You went to Avila, where your saints John and Teresa worked for you, feeding the poor as you went, the dull-fingered, vacant-eyed poor, the patient in life poor, the patient in God poor, the carpet poor, the ladder-rung poor of the betrayers, the brother poor of another's troubles, the brother poor of the saints and of God, washing the feet of the most poor, yourself, your children, your pity, yourself. Baba poor, yourself, Baba poor, as was Jesus, Jesus poor, as was Muhammad, Muhammad poor. And here comes that quote from Muhammad, Poverty is my glory. Let me be one day full fed and the next hungry. Feeding the poor of the poorest poor, us, with our little satisfactions, our little pleasednesses, our gutter triumphs over matter, our progress-infested poverty, our gadgets-ridden poverty, our cinema poverty, our radio poverty, our television poverty, because we can't look and see, because we can't listen and hear, because we can't feel and love. Feed us, oh God, feed us, the ladder-rung poor of ourselves, us. Because of our great insolence, poverty, our heart dead, ear dead, and tongue dead in lovely speech, poverty, our children's no parent to answer, poverty. Draw a horse, wind contender, which you have never seen, little one. Draw a moo cow of plenty, which you have never seen, little one. Draw a fierce lion, which you have never seen, little one. We have no lovely stories of saints with which to nourish you. Again, that quote. Let me be one day full fed and next hungry. Aye, one day in his ineffable beyondness, the next in his descentness. Quote, I am as one who hobbles his horse and goes to sleep for one night under a tree, and in the morning rides on again. Oh, this theme of poverty could be raved to the end of the days of ink. Yet poverty, belly poverty and God poverty, could not even be touched upon. Give us a few rice grains of love, God, with a little honey of your name. Yet is poverty a gentle shepherd of us to our pastures of him. Else were we all belly fat poor, cropping mirage pasture by desert lake, gambling and neighing to our day's end. If you love us, Baba, make us poor. Povertize our intellects, belly slim our works and hopes. Hunger pinch our dreams. World reject us of this pinch belly world where gain is ruin and comfort and honor loss. Francis was nothing if not blunt and direct, and I'm sure there is much conversation that could be had about some of the views he expressed. I personally love what he expressed and the way he expresses it. This is a brief song. It's kind of a silly song. We all have problems, physical problems sometimes, or other kinds of problems. The man who's the subject of this song has a problem. This is just called The Song. It was originally a poem, and then at some point it became a song. Oops. The song was like a man reflecting over his contractions by a waterfall, by a waterfall. The song was like a man reflecting over his contractions by a waterfall, by a waterfall. Is there no contraction? Is there no contraction? Is there no contraction? Or am I not? Or am I not? It put me in a somber mood. It put me in a somber mood. Somber rumba, cha-cha-cha. The song was like a man reflecting over his contractions contractions. By a waterfall, by a waterfall. The song was like a man reflecting over his contractions. Oh. By a waterfall, by a waterfall. Is there no contraction? Is there no contraction? Is there no contraction? For am I not, amn't I? For am I not? He put me in a somber mood. Some put me in a somber mood. Somber rumba, cha cha cha. Somber rumba, cha cha cha. Okay. That song puts me in a silly mood. Well, I guess I was in a silly mood when I wrote it. So now I'm going to go back to what I was doing in the beginning of these live streams and ending by reading 5 ghazals of mine from this book, 424 Ways to Find Your Lover, which is about finding the divine lover within, who is always singing the song of love to the divine beloved. And most of these I have not read in the last more than 10, 12 years. So they will be as much a surprise to me as they are to you, except that I copied the titles out to put with this live stream. So here's ghazal number 96, The Happiness Conquistador. As of today, I commit myself to sing in a major key, so that when I sing my prayers, I invest them with the feeling of free. It's well enough to assume the role of painful longing, but it's happiness that you request, so I choose belonging. Be happy is the single gift you hold out to me. At long last, I accept it by choice and graciously. As any actor can tell you, a role that is not satisfying will threaten authenticity and lead to lying. I am the son, S-O-N, of happiness. So what else could I be? I surrender, I accept to play my part with grace and glee. My beloved, when I first saw your face, you looked like Jerry Colonna. It's true. The man whose smile went on for miles, of happiness, the owner. When you said, of happiness, the owner. When you said, don't worry, be happy, I was a goner. Isn't life grand? I give up, you win. I do surrender. I am happy. At last, I understand. The Happiness Conquistador, ghazal number 96. Next one, Incapable, ghazal number 97. Oh God, look what you've done to my identity, to this beautiful turquoise shirt that everyone says looks so great on me. I was sipping wine discreetly when you came and stirred things up. How could such a fulsome wave splash out from such a tiny paper cup? Look at my shirt. Oh God, it's soaked. And I am totally drenched. If this was a baseball game, it would have to be called and I'd be benched. I had become quite skilled at carrying passengers to the other side and back again. Now look at me. Seems you've taken me for quite a ride. And in the midst of all this, you have the nerve to mention how easily I get pissed off when I'm feeling tension? Okay, fine. All right, I get it. Yes. I give in. All the while I've been complaining, you've been pouring blessings in. But please, dear God, just give me this. Even blessings can be disconcerting. Okay, all right, then I agree. You are incapable of hurting me. You are incapable of hurting me. Because love is your nature and your being. If I'm hurting, I'm doing it to myself, and I can just stop. Just stop, Tony. Just totally stop now, all right? Please. I understand how you feel, but don't hurt yourself. Okay, that's an ad-lib coda to that poem. But that's how I feel at the end of that piece. The ghazal number, that was 97. Ghazal number 97, called Incapable. The one thing God is incapable of. So this one is called Armageddon. Nuclear Nelly can't get far. Nuclear Nelly can't get far. Reined in by God's avatar. Kali Yuga's heavy metal falls before love's red rose petal. George Orwell foretold the curse, but Jesus is God's perfect nurse. Life's director has a plan. It includes some drama, you understand. But it all comes round in the last few pages, allowing our heroes to be so courageous. The plot line is carefully guarded until the final unveiling. Any chance of a happy ending? Or only weeping and wailing? This is the time for trust, my friend. You are not going anywhere. Here's your popcorn. Have a ball. But don't move from that chair. That's ghazal number 98, Armageddon. And I think I was holding the book up in front of my face. Sorry. Okay, ghazal number 99. You were expecting champagne, maybe? I can't wait to find out what this one's about. You were expecting champagne, maybe? You have primed this pump. Now I'm eager to see what you will send gushing up through me. Will it be wisdom, a dream, a farce, sublime, divine, or a pain in the arse? You are capable, you've made it clear, of anything, my love. So here, take this pen and let it be dedicated, Lord, to thee. I will not be a holy roller, a process man. I'm no controller. Just lift my handle and pour me out, and this rockin' teapot will twist and shout. We'll shake it up, baby. Here it comes. Oh God, I shouldn't ought to get so carried away. It's just cool, clear water. That's ghazal number 99. You were expecting champagne, maybe? And I'm almost a little scared to read this one. The title intimidates me, and what I glimpsed of the first line, but we'll find out together what it's about. Ghazal 100, the last for today, called The Chemical Reincarnation Blues. Ambidextrous protein compound, tongue twister too. Ambidextrous protein compounds look both ways before crossing, choosing the path of least resistance and susceptible to bossing. A left hand extended from the right side of the brain takes the path down lover's lane. Extend the right and you are left with linear thought and quite bereft. The point is you are free to choose to look both ways before deciding on the shape of future days. For we are complex beings, full of amino acids, who love to dine on alkaline, sometimes strident, sometimes flaccid. The point is, we are living beings, endowed with the power of purpose. Yet somewhere deep inside, we may be looking for mommy to burp us. Look to the future or look to the past, but one way or another, we will achieve our purpose or not, and then find another mother. Not entirely sure what I meant by that. That's Ghazal 100, the Chemical Reincarnation Blues, and I am so looking forward to continuing from here. But to finish off, I've got one of maybe my favorite songs of those I discovered on this 1981 copyright tape. I would gather about an hour's worth of my songs and then copyright the tape as a performance, because each song was like $20 and the whole tape was $20 and copyrighted all the songs. So I don't know what it is these days. I do love this song. Bear with me one second. My morning coffee in the early evening. If you heard that song that I did, I think last week, I Love You Still. That and another song and this one all seem like they were cut from the same material, very different songs, but the flavor musically, thematically. By the way, I've had a nervous cough for, I don't know, a decade or more. It has nothing to do with COVID. We had our bout with that, but we're all doing fine now. Why am I nervous about singing you this song? It's just a little loving song. In fact, it's called Sing a Little Loving Song. Sorry, hello? Guitar's off. Zeke, are you hearing the guitar come out of the amplifier? Sounds okay, right? Okay, here we go. Pretty girl in a red dress, sitting under nature's crest, looking just like heaven's blessed. Sing for me a while, pretty girl in a red dress. Won't you let me see you smile? Ease my sorrow for a while. Just sing me just one song. Sing for me a loving song, and I will sing along. I've lost all sense of right and wrong, but sing a little loving song. Sing a little loving song, and I will sing along. Oh, 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 oh. Pretty bird, you've flown so soon, before we've ever met. Although my appetite's been whet to hear your loving song, birds must sing and fly to grace the heavens blue. And when I look up in the sky, I'll be thinking of you. Sing for me a loving song, and I will sing along. I've lost all sense of right and wrong. Just sing a little loving song. Sing a little loving song, and I will sing along. Oh, 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 that you've gone so soon. I walk out in the meadow and look upon the rising moon and listen to the stillness until I hear a mighty song. 1,000 birds have flown along, singing of love in the starry throng. You left my heart so high. Sing for me a loving song, and I will sing along. I've lost all sense of right and wrong. Just sing a little loving song, sing a little loving song, and I will sing along. Oh, 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 oh. And as I fly so high, I see, pretty red bird, you've flown back to me. Let me hear your sweet refrain and ease for a moment my sorrow and pain. I know that you must fly again, but for one moment let me hear your lovely voice so pure and clear before this moment ends. Sing for me a loving song, and I will sing along. I've lost all sense of right and wrong. Just sing a little loving song, sing a little loving song, and I will sing along. One who wants nothing, to him things come. Pretty birds singing in the morning sun. Life is so beautiful if you don't cling. Pretty red bird, oh sing, oh sing, oh sing for me a loving song, and I will sing along. I've lost all sense of right and wrong. Just sing a little loving song, sing a little loving song, and I will sing along. Sing the little loving song for me, oh, in my heart let me both see and hear it fly. So long. Wow. Well, like that ghazal got a little extra that I was reading, got a little extra part at the end. Oops, hold on. Like that ghazal got a little extra part at the end. This song also got a really nice extra part at the end. So that's it. I'm going to come over and say hi to whoever Facebook is showing me on the screen right now, because it's turned the other way so I can't see it from here. Hold on. Hey, Carrie, how great to see you. Madeline, I'm so happy to see you again. I'm all you guys who've come, it's just, thank you so much. You know, sometimes I get a little discouraged. What's going on in the world especially has been bringing me down really bad. My empathy is off the cliff. So I'm so happy I get to enter this light, loving space with you all and for you all. And thank you so much. And God willing, I will see you again in around a week. Bye-bye now. It is 7:12 p.m.